This video is how to buy insurance as a Maryland electrician. Look, it can feel like a maze of things to do. Which company do you use? Do you use a broker? Which coverages do I need? This is a step-by-step guide on how to do it. Let's get into it. The first step in buying insurance for your electrician business is determine who you want to help buy it for you. There's a couple of options, and I've made a video on who are the best companies for Maryland electricians. Here's the overview. There are three channels you can use. You can go online and use someone like Hiscox or Byberk or Next, and you can be your own agent and get one quote and move on. Or you can go find a direct writer like a State Farm or Erie or Federated, and they'll be really good at helping you with a lot of things. Or you can find an independent agent that's got a lot of different companies and hopefully should have an expertise in your kind of business. And what you are looking for is a guide on how to buy this. You're looking for someone that's going to advocate for you, that's going to tell you what you need and make the process as seamless as possible. Or if you decide you want to do it on your own, that's an option too. But that is the first step. Figure out who you're going to work with and who you're going to have help you buy it. The second step is you're going to have to determine what you think you need to buy. If you've got someone to guide you through it, they're going to be able to give you advice. If you are doing this on your own, you're going to need to do a lot of reading. You're going to need to know the coverages you need to buy, the limits you need to buy, and you're going to need to know how that fits in with your contracts so that you make sure the program you buy is going to help you get the jobs you need, going to help you get on job sites, and it's not going to hold you up for getting paid. The third step of the process is going to be getting all the information together that is needed in order for an underwriter to give you a quote. And this is the part that'll just make people pull their hair out. But let's go through some of the things that they're going to want to know. They're going to want to know if you have coverage currently and what coverage limits you have. They're going to want to know how much you paid because honestly, underwriters just want to know if they can compete. And the way they decide which files that they're going to work on is whether or not they think they can win. And if you've got a policy that is dirt cheap, but it's got no coverage on it, they may just decide to not pick up the file. So that's why they ask for it. You're going to need to get loss histories if you've had insurance in the past. It's called loss runs. These are reports from insurance companies showing any claims you have. Underwriters are going to evaluate how profitable you have been as a business. The general rule of thumb is you have to be under 55 cents in claims for every dollar you paid out in premiums for an insurance company to make money on you. And the lower that is, the more leverage you have. You're going to need to get a list of your last 5 jobs because underwriters are going to dive into the type of work that you have done as a way of figuring out what they should charge you. You're going to need to have a list of your tools, including year they were made, serial number, and how much it would cost to replace. You're going to need a list of your vehicles with year built, make, model, and VIN number. You're going to need a driver's list with name, date of birth, and driver's license number for all of the people that drive your vehicles. You're going to need to get payroll based on job description for your workers' compensation insurance. And it's really important that you be able to break down the payroll based on the type of work that the people are doing. So if you've got people that are in the office, make sure you're able to say these people only work in the office. Technicians, be able to separate it. You're also going to need experience mod worksheets if you have a workers' compensation policy that's been rated by NCCI and you have experience mod worksheets. Once you have all that information together, let's talk about timelines and process and what you should do so that you have a renewal process that works for you. I recommend you start working on this 90 days before you want to have coverage in place. And here's why. Everything takes time. It's going to take time for you to get all the information together that you need in order to present to an underwriter. If you start at 90 days out, If we're being ambitious, it'll probably be 60 days out before you have everything together. Then it's all going to go to an underwriter. It's going to sit on an underwriter's desk, and it's going to take them 2 to 4 weeks to actually get the quotes over to whoever you're working with, whether it's your Erie agent or whether it's an independent agent that you chose. And what you want is to have everything in front of you 2 to 4 weeks before the renewal so you can have a little time to look at it, digest it, and make a decision on what you want to do for your renewal so you can get your certs out 1 to 2 weeks before you renew. What drives people crazy is when they go up to the last day before the renewal to have to make a decision and they're rushing to sign paperwork and cut checks and get certificates out to people that are asking for proof of coverage. You won't like it that way. The only way to prevent that is to build in enough time at the front end and work with one broker so that you can control the process. Look, if that was helpful and you want to talk to me about your program and this is the kind of relationship you're looking for, my contact information is in the description. It's also going to flash up here on the screen in a minute. If this is helpful, please hit like and subscribe. It helps other people like you find the content. If you got questions, you just want to drop them in the comments. Please, I look at all of them. I answer all of them. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Please go build something great.